Well, I've done my final checks of the specimens and they're all progressing within expected parameters. How are the seismic readings?
Everything reads normal. Minor tremors on the northern subcontinent, but I'm keeping an eye on it.
Well, then I guess my work leader is done. Not that it hasn't been a fascinating 6 months, but I'm looking forward to getting back to Earth.
I can imagine. 6 months is a long time to be cooped up in a steel box 9,000 feet under the sea. I expect you're looking forward to a bit of fresh air and sunshine.
It's not that so much. What I'm really looking forward to is some decent food. 6 months of rehydrated space guard rations is enough to drive anybody round the bend.
Well, when you get back to Earth, have a steak in my honor.
You can count on it. It's almost 1600 hours. The ship will be arriving to pick me up soon. Should be an interesting trip back. The ship that's coming to pick me up is Falcon 1. The scientific officer is Professor Jeremy Summers. We went to Cambridge together. Good chap. I've been looking forward to the chance to catch up with him. Well, I'd better be getting up to the surface.
Alright then. I guess I'll see you back on Earth sometime.
I hope so. Goodbye then.
Good morning, sir. The night shift went smoothly. Nothing in particular to report. The professor has completed his calculations on the drift of the Aldrin asteroid belt and has sent it off to HQ. And we checked in with the Epsilon 3 colony as we passed, and everything is normal there.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You know, since the refit, it's hard to believe it's still the same ship.
It's still Falcon 1, sir. Still the best ship in the Space Guard.
I can't argue with you there.
We're coming into range of Epsilon 4, sir. Preparing to drop out of light speed. Entering into geosynchronous orbit with the planet, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant. Professor, log on to the location of the laboratory.
Right, sir. Okay, I've located the lab. I'm sending the coordinates to the Sergeant's console now.
Very good. Okay, Sergeant, take us in.
Yes, it'll be nice to see old Watty again.
Watty?
Dr. Watkins, the man we're picking up. We went to school together. Cambridge, class of 99. I haven't seen him in over 20 years.
Did you have a nickname at university too, Professor?
No.
There's the elevator shaft, sir. The laboratory is directly beneath it.
Good. Lieutenant, make radio contact with the laboratory.
Signal open, sir.
Deep Blue Station, this is Falcon 1 here to pick up Dr. Watkins. Do you read me? Deep Blue Station, this is Falcon 1. Are you receiving me? Professor, do a scan of the laboratory. Find out what's going on down there.
Right. I'm getting evidence of recent seismic activity.
What sort of seismic activity?
Enough to cause a decent amount of damage to the station. Yes, I'm reading significant damage to the laboratory and the elevator shaft.
Life signs?
Hold on. Yes, I'm reading 2 human life signs, one in the lab and one halfway up the elevator shaft.
That must be Dr. Watkins.
Well, at least they're both still alive.
Well, they may be alive, but they're not out of danger. According to these damage readings, the elevator is flooding with water and the lab is leaking oxygen nearly as fast. I estimate they've only got about 20 minutes left.
Then we'll need to get them out of there fast.
Why don't we just teleport them out?
Through a few hundred tons of water? Not a chance. Not unless you want to turn the cargo bay into a swimming pool.
Then if we can't bring them to us, we'll need to go to them. Professor, activate Bob and tell him to mind the ship. The rest of us had better get down to the cargo bay and get into our wetsuits. You join us when you're ready, Professor.
I hope you realize that I deplore sleeping standing up.
Well, it's a bit late to tell me that now, Bob. That's the way it's going to be from now on.
I notice nobody bothered to consult me about the refit. I mean, look at this place. Rubbish. They've gone with exactly the same color scheme, of course. Silver, silver, and more silver. Would it kill them to throw in some earth tones here and there? And the flow of this room is completely wrong. Have you ever heard of Feng Shui?
Bob, I would love to discuss your opinions on interior design some other time, but for now we need you to look after the ship for us. We have a very important rescue operation to perform.
All right, but if I get cramps from having to stay standing up all the time, I'll know who to blame.
Okay, here's the plan. The sergeant and I will go down in the diving bell to the lab and attempt to rescue the man trapped inside. Meanwhile, the lieutenant and the professor will dive down to where Dr. Watkins' elevator is trapped and try to get him out using acetylene torches. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, Professor. Get ready to jump.
It's quite a long way down, isn't it?
You're not afraid of heights, are you, Professor?
No, I'm not afraid of heights. It's just falling I'm not all that crazy about.
It's not falling, it's jumping.
The distinction is arbitrary at best.
Ready? Jump!
Oh, what the heck.
How do you feel, Professor?
Wet, but pleasantly alive.
There's no time to lose. Let's dive.
Okay, Sergeant. Once we get inside, we're gonna have to find the entrance fast. We've got less than 15 minutes before the man trapped inside runs out of air. Let's split up. You go that way and I'll see what's around the other side.
Right, sir. Sir, I found it.
Right. I'm coming over.
There's a lot of debris in the way. If I can just shift some of it.
Ah! Sergeant! Are you alright?
I think so, but I'm completely trapped. I can't move.
Okay, take it easy. I'll get you out of there. Only 12 minutes left.
Okay, stop here. According to my palm scanner, we're level with the elevator.
Right, let's start cutting.
We should try to make contact with him first, to make sure he's alright and to warn him about what we're going to do. Watty, can you hear me? This is Jeremy Summers, can you hear me?
Shorty?
Shorty?
It's just my college nickname, it's not important now. Yes, Watty, it's me. How are you doing in there?
I don't think I'm badly hurt, but this elevated car is filling with water pretty quickly. I don't know how long I have before the whole thing's flooded.
Okay, Watty, we're going to cut through the wall of the shaft and free you, so just hang in there. I see a bit of a problem here. Once we've cut through the elevator shaft, there's still the elevator car itself. How do we cut through that without speeding up the flooding process and drowning him?
Well, these underwater elevator cars are fitted with emergency flotation devices. So once we're through the shaft, we activate them and then sever the cables. Then the car should just float to the surface. I hope the commander and the sergeant are doing alright.
Okay, Sergeant. I'm gonna try to lift this debris with this pulley system I've set up. I won't be able to hold it for long, so as soon as you have enough room to move, get out from under there as fast as you can.
Okay, I'm ready.
get inside the lab. We've lost valuable time.
The automatic pump mechanism must be damaged. We'll need to drain the water manually.
We've got less than 10 minutes left. I only hope the Lieutenant and the Professor are having more luck than us.
Almost there.
We're through.
Oh no.
What is it?
The interior of the elevator shaft is completely warped from the damage. Even if we activate the flotation devices and cut the lift free from the cables, it won't be able to float further than a few feet before it gets stuck.
So what are we gonna do?
I think I have an idea. I'll have to call the commander. Solid to Ryder, do you read me?
I hear you, Lieutenant. How are you going up there?
Not too good. We've run into a bit of a snag. We need you to send up the diving bell.
Right. Sergeant, use the auto controller on your palm scanner to send it up to them.
Yes, sir. We're nearly there.
This is enough. We don't have time to drain all the water. Let's just get in there. Okay, let's get him back into the airlock. We've only got 7 minutes left.
Minus 3 minutes, and counting.
What does that countdown mean?
The station's power generator is going critical. The whole place is going to blow.
So instead of 7 minutes, we have...
3 minutes.
Okay, we should have scored a deep enough groove. Solid to Bob, are you ready?
As ready as I can be under the circumstances. This thing wasn't exactly built for robots.
There's no time for complaining, Bob. Now you know what you have to do. We've cut a groove into the wall of the elevator. If you send a reverse graviton pulse at the elevator with the forward cannon, it should rip the groove section away instantly. And the influx of water should cause Watkins to fly out of the elevator and through the open doors of the diving bell, where we'll be waiting for him.
All right. It sounds like an insane plan to me, but here it goes.
Watty, we're going to get you out of there. We're going to blow a hole in the elevator, so brace yourself.
Okay, please hurry.
Okay, Bob, fire!
He's all right. Bring us up, Lieutenant.
He's heavier than he looks. How long do we have?
1 minute.
Then we're as good as dead. We'll never be able to refill the airlock in time.
There's got to be a quicker way to get out of here.
Sir, what's that?
It's an emergency escape hatch. And it's our ticket out of here. Hold on to him tight, Sergeant. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Professor. They're okay.
Yes!
I just can't thank you enough, Commander Ryder. If it wasn't for you and your crew, we'd both be goners by now.
You're lucky to have a scientific officer like Shorty here. I knew I was in good hands when I heard his voice. We're glad to see you're both in one piece. Now I'd recommend that you both get some rest. Feel free to use the bunks in the living quarters. Set the course for Earth, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the trip back. Watty and I will have a lot to talk about.
I'm sure you will. Shorty.
Oh, good. It's catching on.